Today we're going to go for a hike. We're going to go on the Lost Hunter Trail. So come on, let's go for a hike. Now I understand the markers. This is a signpost for there's maps and tells you what's in the woods behind you or around the area. But there's no more maps. So I don't know what these all represent anymore, but we're going to continue to walk up the hill because this trail does go uphill. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Get the dog to move. There he goes. And it makes it loop, so it's not too, I don't think it's too long, but we're going to walk and see what it says. Maybe we'll find some wildlife. Did see 4 deer today. I was driving through Panguitch and back to get groceries, but that's the only wildlife I've seen up here so far. There's number 2, so I'll have to do some research and see if I can find the trail map for this trail and see what these numbers are supposed to represent. There is a signboard here, so here we go. Old Ranger Interpretive Trail and Lost Hunter Trail. So this trail looks like it's less traveled is the Ranger Trail. And the one we're going to go up right now is the Lost Hunter Trail, which is that way. Is where the dog is. So let's continue on up. This trail is not used much now because the campground access to it is closed, going on its 2nd year. Lots of downwood. It's a pretty nice trail. Not as much dead wood as campground I was in. A lot of ponderosa pines. A few dead trees that have fallen and yet to fall. There's a view here. We're kind of above the campground. You can't see it from here, but it's down in the trees below us. There's the other mountain on the other side. There's a big ponderosa pine. That's a huge one too. Big old growth pines. It's got some massive branches on it. I like seeing those. I like seeing trees that, haven't been harvested yet, the old growth, and some of them have, but these may have just died and fallen over. But it's nice to see that some of the old growth stuff is still here and not just totally destroyed and taken out for man-made purposes. And of course, you have all this new growth coming up too. And we're still going up. It's nice and quiet up here, for sure. Got a lot of smoke coming through from the wildfires in Utah and California, but it hasn't been too bad. Been a little hazy a couple times, but it's been workable. There's another big pine that broke off, and there's what's left of it. I think we're getting up towards the top of the mountain. We've gone up about 300 feet elevation, and it's still going up. There goes the pup. Found some built-in steps, so we can still walking going up the hill. It's real handy because this would really be slick if it wasn't for the step to hold back the water and the rocks. Okay. Getting close to the summit, I think. We made it to some flat. Saw a couple squirrels or chipmunks, but a few birds, nothing else. This trail shows on the map to circle back around, so hopefully we can get back before the sun goes down. It's got about another hour before the sun goes down. I don't want to be stuck on the mountain on the Lost Hikers Trail, of all places to be lost on. There's a large ponderosa that snapped off and laying here on the ground. It's been there a while. Another huge ponderosa. It's a double ponderosa, and it's dead. Another massive tree. As I said before, it's very quiet up here. I don't hear any noise at all. I'm getting to view the dead pines now. Bark beetle must have come through. Just looked up some information on this Lost Hunters Loop Trail at Duck Creek Village in Utah. It's 2.4 miles, 500-foot elevation gain, and about 2 hours to complete. So we're gonna go because I think we've gone over halfway so far. So we're gonna keep on walking. Maybe we get back before dark. If not, I got my phone battery with the light on it and a dog. So let's get moving. What are you doing down there? Huh? He found a smell of something. He's digging up. Okay, here we go. All right, off some more. I think, like I said, we're in the top part, so it's pretty flat up here. And then we'll work our way back down once we find the back side of the loop. A lot of aspen groves up here in the upper part. A lot of them have broken off. Big aspens. And they have snapped. Okay, let's see if we can get the dog over this one. Can you get over there? Go ahead. Jump over. Come on. Jump over. Let's see if we can get himself pulled over. Come on. Go ahead. Let me get myself over. And come on. You can make it. Come on. There he goes. That's a big tree to jump. He did it. I can say one thing on this giant ponderosa. When this thing falls, it is going to make a noise. That thing is huge. It's about ready to fall. As the bottom is rotting out on it, so it's getting thinner. And it will fall somewhere back over there. Of course, the other trees will suffer, but that's nature. Here's an interesting find up on the trail. A bench. That's been there a while. We're going to go this way. As you can tell, this trail had been used very often because there's a lot of trees down. And the trail crew hadn't made it up this year because no one's using it to cut the trees out of the way. Come on, let's go under this one. Come on. You can go under that one. Let me see if I can get under that one. Oh, got stabbed by a branch. That happens. Okay. Oh, look at this. Don't you just hate whenever, you hike and hike and hike and hike and come up and find a parking lot? So, in the world, I think this is a ATV spot, but I don't know which way of the trail goes now. ATV trail? ATV trail? and ATV trail. Huh. I don't have a map, so I don't know which way to go from here. I'm definitely not going this way. This is an ATV's paradise over here with all this mud and stuff. But I'm not sure which way the walking trail goes. We may just go back the way we came. Thank goodness for cell service and Forest Service maps. It chose to go this way on the ATV trail, and then it breaks back off into the walking trail. So we're going to try this and see where it leads. It should end up back at the camp. If it doesn't end up back at camp, I got this humongous ATV trail to follow, so won't get lost because I know it crosses the highway. Let's see if we can find the other walk down when we get over there. No, here. Okay. This whole area up here is a mess. It's got mud and trails everywhere. So someone needs to put up a dang sign, people, for us who want to walk. Sorry about the sunlight, but it is getting ready to go down. I think we're back on trail. But don't quote me on that. Well, this is called the Lost Hikers Trail, and I'm kind of lost. Not really, but I think it's not easy to find with all these ATV trails, but I think I see a sign. Maybe somebody actually put up a sign. There's an orange post. All right, what does the sign say? Oh, there's a sign. Look at there. I see an arrow pointing on it. I think we found it. Yep, we did. Whew, thank goodness. Just come on this way. We found this. We found our sign. We got it marked and got it marked there because if you're walking, you didn't see that sign. That trail's not very visible through here. All right, we're gonna keep on going down the mountain now. A nice field up here. Surprised I haven't seen any kind of animals like, deer or elk, sheep, cows, anything. I really would like to see a moose at some point, but I'm not sure if moose up down here in the bottom part of Utah. The mountain's high enough. Okay, let's get over this one. All right, let's go over here, bub. We can get over this one pretty easy. Come on. There you go. Trail's over here. Hey, trail's over here. Look, there's a trail. It's nice to see markers along the way. Fence post, man-made fence post. All right, now we're back in the woods. Here's where we just had to go through. As you can tell, the trail was not maintained very well because the camp's closed, but it wasn't too bad. The sun is going down and we're going to keep on walking. He's dragging his leash. Could take him off leash. I don't think he'll run anywhere, but I like having him on leash in case he wanders off somewhere. All right, somebody built a ramp. Can you go over that one? Ramp it over. I'm going over the ramp. He's going to jump. He's big enough. There's the ramp. Oh, and then, oh, getting too hard for an old guy to get over. What are you going to do about that one, bud? You're just too big to get under and too tall to go over. He'll fit it. Squeeze under there. Come on. Oh. Just about too tall for me to get under, over. Here we go. Oh, get down here in his level. All right, come on. There you go. Come on. You're almost there. There. That's hard for a big pup, isn't it? A few obstacles along the way, but we can get over them or under them or through them. Just have to stop and think and carry on. There's a view on the way down the Lost Hikers Trail. Sun has gone behind the mountain. Gives a whole different view, different color of the forest. Dog is worn out, but we're going downhill. Yes, nice. And there's no breeze. It's really just dead still. Temperature's good and cool. And it's just a pretty view. Oh, and there is a half moon already out. And found another bench. Now, this is a pretty nice trail at one point. To those who sit here, may God bless you to be able to face your fears and go forward. That's nice. And that's a pretty nice bench out here on the trail. All right, so yes, I found a bench in the forest, so I'm sitting at it. And I'm going forward and face my fears, just like the sign says. Right, dog? Okay. It's been a nice hike. This is real beautiful back here in the Lost Hunters Trail at Duck Creek in Utah. Highly recommend it. When I get down the bottom of the trail, we'll do a little recap. So let's go find some water. What do you think? Huh? You want some water? Yeah, let's go find some water. Well, we saw one deer jump in front of us. Didn't have the camera running. Usually if you see one, you'll see more. So let's walk this way real quietly, see if we can find a couple more. Nope, don't see any more. I'm sure that one was long gone by now. He was jumping pretty quick. Oop, there he goes. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. He's kind of hard to see in the trees. Of course, that's what deer are supposed to do. He's right there behind that log. I spotted its body. Right there it is. Up there. Sitting there staring at us. That's the only one I've seen so far in the woods. So we'll leave it alone and head ourselves back down the trail. Made it back to civilization. Some campers. Now I know exactly where this comes out at. Behind the double loop on Loop A. We have made it back. I kept calling the Lost Hiker Trail. From the Lost Hunter Trail. Zen's over there. He is just tuckered out, breathing pretty hard. Nice trail. I'd give it on a scale of 1 to 5, about a 3.7 on my scaling. And that's just because of the 500-foot elevation change and the amount of trees we had to go over, under, or through to get back down over here. And then the little confusion when it got to the top where the ATV trails cross, there's no sign, so we found it. But a beautiful trail. It doesn't come out here. This is the beginning or the end, depending which way you go. About a half mile over into Space 19, and Loop A is actually where the trail loops back down. So the Old Ranger Trail, from what I understand, is the interpretive trail. So therefore, that's why the numbers were up here. As we went through, we saw earlier 1, 2, and then it went off into the trees. And over here to my left is, back over here, is the pond that I found, the little fish pond water feature, and it says number 10. So maybe I can find some information on what the interpretive trail was. And then we could find out what that pond was, because nobody here that I've talked to knows what it was for. So if you go on a trail, be prepared. Once again, I thought it was a short trail. It was 2.4 miles, no water. So if you go on a trail, take water, even if you think it's going to be a short trail. Take good shoes. These are not good shoes. These are a year old and they are just completely worn out. New shoes next week. So, have good shoes, water, and kind of see where you're going first before you take off, and let somebody know where you're going, which I did let my fellow campers down there know that I was going to be on the Lost Hunter Trail. And so we made it back. So thanks for watching. And if you want more information on this trail and this camp area, Duck Creek Campground, Dixie National Forest in Utah. As I said, this part is not open to the public due to the construction till probably late next year, 2025, or maybe even 26. They've got a lot of work to do, and they're not going to open it up until they get done. Sunset at the end of the trail. Should have been on top when the sun was going down, but this construction area, clouds are pink, and the moon is half full.